Sonic Frontiers DLC Update 2 dropped on June 23rd, Sonic's birthday, and it is quite literally game-changing. Update 2 was probably the update that was shrouded in the most mystery. We had no idea what anything was besides, maybe the open zone challenges and the spin dash coming. So I must say I am pleasantly surprised with the sheer amount of content in this update and the amount of changes they made in this update. When Kishimoto said that each update would be bigger than the last one, I now understand what he means now. So I don't want to waste any more time. Let's just get right into it. And I have to talk about the spin dash first. I can't hold off on that. And to be honest with you, this was the part I was the most skeptical about, because if it was just a boost that can damage enemies and didn't work with momentum at all, I would have been mad. They haven't done a spin dash in 3D in a long time, and the last time they did it was in long, and we all know how I feel about long. But oh my god, this shit is so satisfying. And it's overpowered as hell. Like, look at it. Look, I'm flying. I'm literally flying. And not only that, they also fixed the physics. Momentum is real! You can turn the ability to carry momentum on a jump. And just from that, the game's control went from good to great. Like, oh my god. You can now also adjust the jump deceleration and walking deceleration. So when you jump, you carry your momentum with the jump. I know, a crazy concept. And when Sonic's running, he doesn't stop at a dime anymore. He actually, slowly stops walking, like a momentum, and like how real life. Oh my god, a crazy concept. And with all of these combined fixes, including the spin dash, this makes for probably one of the greatest feeling and most fun Sonic games I have played, right next to Adventure. The momentum jumps and a broken OP spin dash where you can just spam the button returns. So yes, it is near or as good as Adventure 1. All of these settings also work in cyberspace, including the spin dash, making cyberspace really fun, and it completely changes how it plays. Some stages don't even play the same anymore, and it's so fun, man. But they do add these new asterisks to snitch on you even more, because, the only real players can beat it without any of the moves. Major respect to Kishimoto and the team for taking our feedback to heart and making this game better. Up next, let's talk about Sonic's Birthday Bash. And this is really cool. If you go into the extra settings and turn on birthday mode, all of the islands are decorated for Sonic's birthday. All of the platforms are decorated in this birthday theme. There are presents and gift boxes all around the world. Big gift box balloons in the sky. The homing attack balloons are Sonic's friends' faces. The ring sound changed a little bit. The grind rails look like candy. I could go on and on and on. There's so much detail added to this update. And not only that, you also get a Sonic birthday skin, which admittedly looks kind of goofy, but it's fitting. It's so charming, man. I can't hate it. And the default music in the jukebox was switched to a mix of some songs from Sonic's past, like Collision Chaos, Neo Green Hill Zone, Sonic R, and from what it looks like, this is a long list. I don't think I even got to the end of it. My only gripe is that you can't listen to them in the jukebox separately. You have to listen to them in the shuffle, but it's still a really nice addition. Overall, so much passion is just put into this little update for theme changes, and I really hope that in later updates, they do something more with the islands, like change the color or add some seasonal changes. That'd be really nice. Up next is the new Koco. Now this one caught me by surprise. In the game, they add these new collectible Koco that are dressed up in like top hats, cowboy hats, and even have some references to old games, like Caliburn being on one of the Kocos. But they're not just sitting around like normal Kocos. In order to get these, you have to complete these new open zone platforming challenges. Right off the bat, these feel way more better designed than the regular open zone challenges. They feel more akin to Sonic Unleashed DLCs, but like bite-sized. And they don't rely on automation as much. Some of them even encourage you to use momentum to clear large gaps. They all feel like actual challenges and require you to be decent at the game to complete them. But for some reason, in Kronos Island, there are these two fucking things. Like, they're like, it was like Kishimoto was having a bad day, and he wanted everyone to fucking suffer. fuck these two. Fuck this one in particular, man. This one, oh, this one, oh, fuck this one. But besides that, the rest of them feel really fun, like puzzles. And my personal favorite one is on Oranos, where you have, it's like this tower you have to climb. It feels like a little level. And I might just go back and play through them for fun. And when you collect all of the Koco, you unlock an upgraded boost. Kind of like Breath of the Wild. Bro, we are never beating the Breath of the Wild allegations. These things are really fun, and I was pleasantly surprised. Please do this more, please, in this game, please. Thank you. Finally, the last big thing that we have to discuss is the new open zone challenges. Now, I really like these for two reasons. One, they are replayable, my biggest complaint about the ones in the base game. And two, they are heavily skill based. When you start a challenge, you have a time limit to get as many points as you can, and you have a rank up chain. And the higher your chain, the bigger your multiplier, and the bigger your multiplier, the more points you get. And if you do nothing for a while, your multiplier resets and you have to build it up again. And in order to truly beat these, you have to get an S rank on them, or else you're not gonna be like, they're not gonna be counted as complete. You can do different things to rank up your multiplier, like collect rings, bounce on springs, even boost, but those really don't get you that many points. The things that upgrade your multiplier the most are getting these glowing orbs that are around the world. And the things that get you the most points are fighting enemies and even bosses. Those grant you the most points. So this is really like a risk reward type thing. If you want to play it safe and hope you get an S rank before the time runs out, you can do that, like go collect rings, do spring challenges. But if you want to get a fast S rank and get a lot of points, but you can risk dying and not getting any points, you can fight enemies. It's all on player agency and their skill at the game. And the reward for beating all of the levels is the spin dash. I remember when this shit came out, everyone was freaking out. Where's the spin dash? People thought that they forgot to put it in. They thought you have to collect all the Kocos. No. You have to do all of this, bro. And bro, that was a fun time. That was a fun times. Regardless, these are really fun. And Oranos, oh my god, on Oranos, these get tough. Like for some, I think we need like near 1,000,000 points for an S rank. I think the highest was like 800,000. So it is not easy. My only gripe with these is that I wish they had an online leaderboard. Like they couldn't, no, like even not just for this, like for like arcade mode or like the time attack in the boss rush. I wish they had a online ranked mode so that you can see where everyone else is placed and you can see like, oh, it adds competition. I think that also adds replayability. But regardless, this is amazing. I really like this. Now, of course, we have some new quality of life changes added to the game. Up first is the new Game Plus, where you start the game fresh with all your abilities, but something that is kind of a problem is that none of the enemies increase in difficulty at all, so you're just running through the game OP as hell. But on the plus side, you do keep your spin dash, so you can play through the game proper with the spin dash and fucking break it probably. And finally, they gave us the option to disable the cinematic camera in combat, which for me is a great addition. I don't know, it just like, I don't know how to describe it. It just feels cleaner. I don't know. But the Grand Slam during like Giganto and Supreme kind of looks off now because like a lot of the moves in that fight really rely on the camera. And without that cinematic camera, it just looks kind of goofy. And that basically wraps up everything in Update 2. Oh my god, I did not expect so many changes and additions to this. Oh my, whew. This is definitely the sleeper build of the Sonic updates. At first glance, it doesn't look like much, but inside, it is filled to the brim. Thank you, Kishimoto, and the entire team for listening to the fans and our feedback and taking it into consideration. I truly appreciate it. And if this is Update 2, Update 3 looks like it could turn into a completely different game. A completely different game with the new characters, the changes to the story, and added story elements. We are eating good. I can't wait, bro. I don't know if it's gonna be out in 3 months because you know it's a whole new story and all this new characters. If we're going by this launch, this should be out in September. So watch out for and near the end of September. So I guess we have to watch out until then. But I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to like and subscribe, turn notifications on, and really big announcement. I am planning something really big. This is gonna be probably like my biggest project I've done in a long time, and it's gonna require your guys' help. I'm gonna announce it in a separate video, so keep an eye out for that. But it's gonna be big, and I think you guys are gonna really like it. It's gonna be fun. I hope I can get some people on it too. But I will not tell you. You'll just have to wait for the video. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see y'all in the next one. Bye.